Yo. Once again, we're back. This is We're Just a Messengers podcast. I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
What's happening? It's Marcus.
You know, we got my dog Drew Money on the boards, of course.
How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Good, man. Just chilling, enjoying this beautiful weather we got out here today.
Yeah, nice little about 68?
Yeah,
68-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No need for the
jacket. Good up here, too.
Yeah, no need for the jacket. What y'all temp up there, Mo?
It's like 65.
Oh, that's good.
It feels good up here, though. It's not cold.
That's a nice little temp. You'll be back next week, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be down there next week in the week, like Saturday evening.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. So how niggas feeling, man? My dog had me on the clubhouse last night. Well, technically this morning. My dog had me on the clubhouse around.
Yeah, we had a little late night meeting of the minds. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that.
I think yesterday was my full experience on Clubhouse as a whole, like going throughout the day. Like, one thing I will say, that nigga Joe Budden will be on Clubhouse from 6 a.m. until 4 a.m. the next morning, bruh. In the same room all day. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck, really, bro? No type of breaks or nothing.
He really was all day on there, like.
Shit was hilarious, man. Shit was hilarious. I will say Clubhouse got some of the wildest like titles for rooms. Me and Mo was in this room before last night, earlier that day. They was doing like a smash it pass shit.
Yeah.
And niggas was just like going left, bruh, like with stories because it was like a smash it pass and it was like these wild sex stories and shit.
Yeah.
And this nigga went left talking about how he got turned out when he was 20 years old by this chick. She was like 28, 29 years old. Yeah, shit was crazy. So everything that they was talking about it, like leading up to it on Twitter, that's how that shit really be on there.
Oh, shit.
Like, niggas really be wilding in certain rooms, dog. Like, wilding.
See, man, I'm not hip to the... I mean, I know about Clubhouse, but I don't have one, so I'm just really just...
It could be a good... If you use it the right way, it's definitely good for, like, networking and shit like that. Then of course you got the niggas who feel like they might be elitists and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I mostly be seeing about Clubhouse on the people who be on.
A celeb hop up in the room and shit. Niggas could be a speaker. They feel like they made it.
Mike had tagged me in this A&R room and whatnot, and I was trying to get some info on just getting in on that shit, and I had to sit through like 40 minutes of a nigga talking about. When him talking on the phone with French Montana, and I'm like, how does this help anybody in the room? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a misleading title. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like cut all that other shit out. Like, let's get to the information. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like Mike was saying, like, it can be a good tool. Like, if you if you use it for the right reasons, but it's a lot of people who get on there and choose violence, man. Like, it's a lot of chaos on there too. I will say that.
Yeah, you just gotta basically, and so whenever you follow somebody, you get like notifications of what room they in. You can follow certain type of groups, so they got like groups on there too. And every time a group about to start a chat room and shit, like you could just jump in. You could basically jump in on that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they call them clubs, different clubs.
It sound pretty Jake.
That shit's straight.
You need an invite,
if you use it right, that shit's straight.
Huh?
Drew, you need an invite? Y'all boys, you and Marcus need an invite or what, man?
Yeah, send that.
Yeah. Why they only give you a certain amount? They give you 2 invites. I used my 2 yesterday.
They got that shit only iPhone only. Like, so I was trying to explain to niggas how that shit was iPhone only for the time being. So I guess they're trying to work out cause the kinks with the different interface. So
I mean, honestly, I ain't mad at that, dog.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
We gonna take it back. We gonna take it back to Instagram. Instagram started that shit was only for the iPhones, man.
Yeah, it was. I remember that.
Droid, they'll get in there. I give it less than probably like a month, 2 months before droids will be able to get on there.
What y'all think about Twitter using that same type of platform on that app, like the same Clubhouse type, like a chat room on these shit.
Twitter got that?
they was talking about it. I don't know if they I don't know when they're going to add it, but they basically got the same thing that they're working on.
I mean, in a sense, it's kind of like Twitter was like the first to kind of be with the wave. So if they were to go use the same type of formula as Clubhouse, I really wouldn't. To me, all these really social media apps do is copy each other anyway. So it wouldn't even surprise me if Twitter just went and started doing the same shit. But Twitter's already been in motion for so long that it'll probably be, it'll probably get bigger faster than a Clubhouse. But I mean, but we just got to see. But who knows though? Clubhouse might be to the point where they want to just keep it to a niche market or a niche set of people instead of having to expand all the way out. But you never know. But for the most part, most of these social media apps, their goal is to expand out. So if they do expand out, they basically playing in the same ball field as Twitter. And I guess with a certain company, you do want to keep some type of exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? Exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? So it just really all depends. But for the most part, it is a copycat type of thing. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I was in a room the other day, and I don't know if y'all know Spank Horton, the nigga that be running around with Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
he was basically saying how they, because he said he was talking to one of the directors of the app, and he was saying how they was going to start implementing the authentication program for newcomers going forward, so they cut down on troll pages and just niggas on there they basically trying to like you say add some exclusivity to it that's you know what I'm saying making it to where people got a specific reason why they on the app. So
that'll separate a lot of bullshit.
That's gonna have a lot of niggas with the fake elitism, but that's everywhere though.
Yeah.
I think with Twitter, if they do that, I feel like it's good, and then at the same time too, it's just gonna be are they gonna be popular enough to overlap what Clubhouse has already got going on, or maybe they can coexist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they can't, but on Twitter, you got the fake pages and the bots and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with Clubhouse, you don't really have that, and they have it where you only can invite certain people as far as the amount. They don't give you an unlimited amount of invites.
Well, that's good. They should keep it like that.
Because you only get 2. Well, I only got 2. I only had 2.
Okay.
To invite.
Well, can you get more invites than your original 2?
I'm not sure. You got X Moe.
Now they get them based on how active you are.
Okay.
I woke up this morning and I had an extra one, so I got 2 now. Because I had a room, when you start your own rooms and shit like that, and the more you get active in different people's rooms, they'll give you 1 or 2 a week or something like that, or every other couple of days.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't sound bad.
I'm fucking with it though. I look at it like Twitter doing fleets. They gonna get involved somehow.
Well, yeah.
Hey, have y'all really been using that feature though, the fleets on Twitter?
Nah.
Man, I'm spotty with that shit, man.
I ain't never used that shit.
Yeah, I keep that shit with Instagram, man.
I see that shit more for businesses and people promoting like a product or something, or or a nigga trying to push his music or something like that. I see it for shit like that. I feel like niggas gonna always go back to Instagram and use the stories. I don't know. That's just me personally.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I just feel like I played around with it, but I feel there's no need to post the same pics on my Instagram story on my fleet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I look at it.
That's what what happened with when Facebook. You know what I'm saying? People just start posting their Facebook pictures on their Instagram pictures on their Facebook pictures. That shit just got whacked. That shit that Facebook feature. That shit just got whacked quick.
Yeah, because Facebook got stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas be using that shit though on Facebook.
Well, shit, I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook in God knows how long.
I've been on Facebook in 3 years.
Shit, man, long. I
still check on it because I'm in a few groups and shit on there for different little shit that I be doing. So I do be seeing niggas contribute to the stories. For you, I think some people just don't use. A lot of people don't use Twitter. A lot of people on a. I hate to say it on a more local level, they use Facebook. We all local, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. A lot of people don't use like Twitter or Instagram like that. A lot of people like they really just be on Facebook like all the time because they know more people on there. So I get them using like the stories and shit like that. Like it just I don't know, man. Like it's the graphics on these stories though just don't look right to me. So I don't use them shit.
Yeah. Twitter got like this little haze. It looks like on their story, like the outline.
I know
you know what I'm saying?
Like they gotta get this shit together, man. Because Instagram got that shit on lock. Like just leave that shit alone on Instagram. In my opinion.
I feel like, man, Twitter just needs to be like what it's like for, and that's for when people like for talk like people with their minds and their thoughts and they get them shit out. Like I feel like they don't need extra. That's the thing that you've been known for. Like Twitter's had this has been some fucking literally monumental legendary moments on Twitter. Like people literally tweeting their thoughts out literally. To me, I think it's probably the best app as far as like if you just want to see some raw and uncut shit, like you just go on Twitter, dog.
Yeah.
I hands down, like hands down.
I definitely grown an appreciation for Twitter, especially since Mo put me on it, because I know he was tired of me sending him shit from Instagram that he already saw on Twitter. And I remember he told me one time. He said,
respectfully, like, cause that's my nigga. But I used to be like, Mike, man, I already seen this like a day ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember he told me one time. We talked about it on the show. Matter of fact, we had an episode called "Mike Needs a Twitter," and he was like, Mike, you gotta understand, like, news breaks on Twitter. And I was like, for real?
Yes,
and he was like, yeah, dog, like, all the news breaks on Twitter. That's what you're gonna hear from, because that's all the news outlets are gonna automatically tweet out some shit, like CNN, Fox. Yeah. They're automatically gonna tweet out some shit before they get on their Instagram or Facebook and shit like that. So I definitely grown an appreciation for Twitter as far as like getting news and just like
it's like a real time ticker, like the ESPN, like that's what Twitter is, like real talk.
Yeah, it's like a ticker. Yeah, so and I just got Instagram and Twitter, and I just feel like I'm cool. And of course, Clubhouse, but I think Clubhouse is really gonna be something good, like even just like we was talking about it before the show, even talking about like when you have like certain artists in there talking about certain situations, like when Academics and Meek Mill was having a discussion yesterday. Yeah. Like shit like that is good to see. You know what I'm saying? Like the only time it gets weird is if somebody like Mo said, you'll have somebody like drown out the conversation with some unnecessary shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I think it's something that's good. I like the fact that they got like a feature, like if somebody's wilding, like the moderator can kick them out.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
you know, and if everybody just abide by the rules, like while somebody's talking, like mute your mic because you don't know what extra sound you might have going on in the background and shit like that. So, and like I said, I think it's gonna continue to grow because you got so many different rooms and so many things that people. It could be business rooms, people talking about stocks, people talking about all type of shit, man. Just how to get more money, expanding. Then you got some deep into, like I saw this one room that was like, oh, black Christianity is toxic and shit like that. Like it's a whole bunch of shit on there, man. You never know what you're gonna come across.
Now. Like certain rooms take it there. Like I done been in like some spiritual enlightenment rooms. I done been in some real estate like wholesale rooms, which I appreciate. Like I done been in some different rooms. Like I do appreciate the positive information that I can get on there, but it do be like some chaotic shit going on in it too. Like they had the whole like why do men fight transsexuals after the fact and all that other shit. And, no, real talk though.
No, that was a real room.
Like I was like, what is this? Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like shit like that answers itself because 9 times out of 10 they don't be telling niggas they transsexuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they don't. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Mo had asked me about that. I sent it to the group, and he was like, "Dog, I just about to ask you about that room because I saw you was in there, and I was in there for probably about like 5-10 minutes just listening, taking the information."
Yeah, like some rooms, like you can only like stay in there for 5 minutes because you can tell what type of time it is. Like for one, like they'll have it to where it's like it's only them speaking. Like they will not have nobody else speak to possibly like negate what they're saying. So and I'm not even limiting that to like the whole transsexual thing, but that's what any and almost every group, like they're going to have it to where like if they know it's a topic where they can be proven wrong on, they're not going to have nobody else with an indifferent opinion to them like come up on the floor with them. Like I peeped that like early, like they gonna duck the smoke. Like,
I feel you. And what I like about Clubhouse too, you can basically do whatever you want while you on there. So it's not like when you close out the app, it like exits. Like you can navigate through anything, whether it be a text, Instagram,
I be
Twitter.
on Twitter like and listening to Clubhouse at the same time. Like,
so it's basically like if you was listening to your music.
Where I'm almost like a podcast.
Basically.
Yeah.
So like you could just navigate through whatever you're doing while you listen to Clubhouse in the background.
Or okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that dude who was spazzing out that was like rolling through on Twitter on the timeline?
all right, so that was all right, so there was a room on there the night before, and I think they was talking about like how do women really feel about, like, you know, the OnlyFans, and you know, basically how like prostitution culture, like, you know, is like a big thing right now, like the whole, you know, secure the bag, you know what I'm trying to say, like basically that. And this nigga was basically saying how like he started going off. I guess like the topic had hit a nerve with him, and he just started going off. Like he was like, buddy was going crazy. Like he was like, because I guess he was like, it was like he was going back and forth with some of the females, and then like he just like really took over. He was just like, you know, y'all bitches be selling pussy for Cheetos, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real man. Like he was like, I'm a real man. Like this, he was like, you know, my bitch selling pussy is non-negotiable. Like I was like, oh shit, like, and then like you can tell like niggas wasn't really even respecting what he had to say, because as soon as he was finished talking, like they just started laughing at this nigga, like, but bro was going off. Like you could tell, like whatever they was saying to him or whatever they said to tick him off, like that shit really threw him over the edge. So you can tell by the clip, like that shit was hilarious. But I was listening to it, I was like, bro, like it's clear like it's some emotional trauma attached to this topic with you, bro, because like you going like a little too far. Like you don't even know these girls in this room, bro. Like
that shit struck a nerve with Buddy, man. I ain't hear that one though. I gotta, if it's still on Twitter, hopefully I can hear the audio to that shit.
I think it's still on there. I have to find it for you. But that it'd be like shit like that. Like, all right, like see, like we were saying, like the smash and pass room that we happen to be in, like it'll start like that, and then like somebody might feel away and it just go left like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a niggas just start going off, like he probably been getting passed on too much in the room, and then it just start going left, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like that.
Damn, that shit crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to Clubhouse, man. I fuck with it. You know, so I probably won't. I know I'm gonna be avoiding a lot of the bullshit rooms in there. I might pop up in a few just to get some laughs, but other than that, I fuck with it. I think it'd be a good platform to network with certain people. You might bump into somebody, you know, y'all build a type of relationship, right, shit like that. And, you know, it'd be good for like connecting. Like Mo said, they be having like A&R rooms and shit like that. The most people the most frequent people I always see on there, celebrity wise, be like Royce the 5'9", Budden, Mano be on there a lot.
21 Savage be on there a lot too.
Yeah, 21.
21 be on there a lot, bro. That nigga, you can tell, bro, just be chilling, like, cause, like, I don't think of it like that, but it's like these niggas got paid, so like they don't really gotta really move around like that, so they just be in the house bored just like us. So I understand why them niggas be on that shit all day, like.
This is crazy. So yeah, man, we got some unfortunate news about Wayne, man. Like it felt like Wayne got hit with the double whammy, man. Like,
yeah, man.
First this nigga sold his masters for 100 M's, then he had his manager sue him for over 20 million. And then he,
pled
guilty to some gun. This nigga was flying on a plane in Miami with a gold-plated gun.
And the coke.
And heroin.
Facing up to 10 years.
Lil Wayne had the boy on the plane?
Yeah, he had that boy on the plane, man. Well, but this all right, let me break down my theory, man. I feel like Wayne knew he was about to go in. That's why he sold the masters. I feel like his punishment might not even be that hard. That's why he's fucking with Trump. I feel like, you know, as far as the manager situation, that also ties into the 100 M's. I feel like, first off, let me say this. I feel like 100 M's for Wayne Masters is a low ball.
Super low ball.
In my opinion, that nigga worth. When I tweet, I said, man, that nigga Masters worth billions, man.
Even if he did like a bunch of mixtape shit, even the albums, and the features is like,
yeah, you talking about a nigga who carried a label for almost 10 years, dog.
Yeah. So
my thing is this: like, wasn't when he eventually make more than 100 million just off the payoffs from his royalty?
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just off the licensing, like potential licensing, and the streams and all of that shit. Like, wouldn't he
maybe
over
he
time,
like it. Maybe he doesn't own it.
I mean, but he did own it though, because Baby, like when him and Baby reconciled, like he gave him his shit.
Oh, he did. Okay.
So like that was his, like that was his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I mean, but he doesn't even own. He's not even the majority owner of Young Money.
He's not.
Yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with his personal masters.
Birdman owned 51%, Lil Wayne owned 49%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the label percentages is different from his personal masters though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I'm just saying, like in context, like if he didn't own his masters, I could potentially see why. Like,
hold on, so Birdman is a majority owner of Young Money.
Yeah,
I thought it was I thought it was 51 his way.
No.
Oh, okay.
Straight up, like look it up, dog. He's not even a majority owner of Young Money.
I didn't know that. I thought it like Mike said. I thought it was the other way.
Man,
I thought that was
me. I'm about to fact check it, but from what I saw, Lil Wayne wasn't the majority owner of Young Money.
I mean, from how Birdman be saying, even how he talk about Drake, like he always say like he in forever business with them.
Yeah, that's what he say. He does say that about Drake and Nicki.
Like he says that like quite comfortably too. Like like I'm just in a forever type situation with them. So, I mean, they probably saying one thing, but behind closed doors it might be something else. So
it might be.
Who knows?
And just even on the strength, like even thinking about Drake's situation, like Drake has never been vocal about having any contract issues with Young Money ever. Like ever. Doesn't. Like he's always been somewhat talking about money he's getting. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been no risk between him, Wayne, or Birdman. Like I
feel like Drake. I feel like there's nothing to say like as far as Drake goes, because Drake's such a big fish. Like he's not really taking no hits off the contract.
Yeah,
like
he's not. He's not.
He make money. He make money in so much other ways outside of Young Money situation that it's really not a factor to him. Like
Nicki
what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so my fault. It was the other way around. Lil Wayne owns 51 and Birdman owns 49%.
I thought so.
That's still a significant amount, though.
Yeah, that's still a significant amount to a nigga that you had to fight. You had to fight this nigga 10 years for your masters. Like that's still like. I feel
but
like
when you majority owner, you have leverage to do whatever it is that you want.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Outside Drake and Nicki, ain't really nobody on Young Money who really catapulted like that. So I mean, on top of that,
Tiger had a little run, and then
but
I feel like Tiger had more success off of Young Money than with Young Money.
His early Young Money success was pretty big though.
It was.
Well, like was Rack City on Young Money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cause he was on the album, and that was 09. Rack City was 2011.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that was the album, The Last King or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Last King album.
Yeah, so, I mean, with Wayne's situation, man, it's unfortunate, man. I just feel like he just got hit with the triple combo. Dog got hit with the haymaker, the hook, and the uppercut in less than 3 days.
Word.
Yeah, I think it's
facts.
corny. Like a lot of people still emotional off him supporting Trump and whatnot, and they like, throw that nigga away. And I'm like, this is the main problem with us now. Like,
it's a nigga life at the end of the day.
Like that's a nigga life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can agree to disagree with whatever his political views is and whatnot. Like me personally, like I don't care about that. Like I've thrown Wayne to the fire more for his colorist comments. Like for that offend me more than him taking a picture with Trump. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna wish jail. Like I feel like niggas don't know niggas in jail for real to be just saying like throw that nigga in jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, facts.
Yeah.
like I don't feel like y'all really had to go visit a nigga in jail and go through that process, like to be speaking so like, you know, lightly on that shit. Like that's just like a simple thing, like throw that nigga in jail. Like that shit ain't nothing to really play with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean that just go to show how disconnected people are, like when it comes to speaking on shit like that.
Facts.
And then it's like, you know, it was a non-violent crime. Like he's a rapper. He got caught with a gun. I mean, in this day's climate, with things happening to rappers, I can see why you would roll around with a gun. You know, the coke and the board. I mean, that's, you know, that's your own personal thing. But
yeah, and it's just like, you know, he was another rapper like in a string of rappers getting locked up like this last month anyway. So you know, A Boogie got locked up, Casanova got locked up, Wayne got locked up. They just did a big indictment in Harlem. Like, there's a lot of shit going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. December been kind of hot for the rap world.
Facts.
And that's just off the heels of him dropping No Ceilings 3. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? He supposed to still be relishing in that, and now this nigga, you know, just pleading guilty to federal charges. Like,
yeah, and that mixtape was pretty good, man. Like, he still showed that he can really rap when he want to. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. We ain't got to get from under this, man. I don't want to see him go down for that shit, man. But hopefully, if he, you know, I don't think he'll get the full 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You know, hopefully he can work something out to where he's not spending a significant amount of time in jail. And he got kids too, you know what I'm saying? That'd be my thing. He
got like his little boys and shit just growing up. He had
I don't want to see a father go to jail, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas don't really think before they say these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
your personal views is your personal views, but, you know, overall, like, it's just indecency. You don't want to see nobody go to jail for no non-violent shit, you know. So
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I don't want to talk about y'all niggas listen to Cudi album.
Nah, I didn't keep it. I wanted to. I thought it was in my mind to go check it out. I just never went around to check it out. But I am going to check it out though. I am going to see what it's about.
I'm not really pressed to listen to it based off, like, I feel like I'm gonna listen to it now. But I felt like when I heard that the song with him and Pop Smoke and Skepta, I was like, you know, this sound like some put together shit. Like, that sound like it was just going to be a Skepta and Pop Smoke song. Like, I don't think Cudi was going to do a song with Pop Smoke had he not been here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion.
Hey, I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. You know, that doesn't really strike me as like, oh, you know, Cudi and Pop Smoke. I don't think Cudi would have did a song with Pop Smoke either.
It'd just be funny, man,
like,
to see
just listen to how that even sound, like Cudi and Pop Smoke. Like, if Pop Smoke was still alive, like, I just don't feel like that nigga would have really did a song with him off the strength of him being Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. You never know. They could have, like, you know, something could have been in the cut. We never know though, because you got to think like Pop Smoke is cool with Virgil and Virgil cool with Cudi, so that could have been a link up right there. But we never know.
Pop Smoke was getting popped. I mean, he was hanging out with Quavo, you know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He was sliding in that lane.
Yeah.
Him and Travis had a fire song together too.
And Travis and Cudi cool, so I could have seen that one happening. Honestly, now that I think about it, that could have happened.
I think I'd rather hear Travis and Pop.
you don't sound convinced.
Cudi and Pop. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it was just interesting to see, like, when niggas talk about like his legacy, like niggas talking about this nigga worked at American Apparel. That's why we relate to him so much and da-da-da-da. I'm like, niggas elevate this man because he worked at American Apparel, bro. That's what we doing? Come on, man.
When they was like, he worked American Apparel and he helped me when I was depressed. Like, is that become one of the greatest, like, musicians, though?
And niggas giving him false accolades when they come to this 808 shit. That's the shit that make me mad.
Hey, man, shout out to Mez. Mez was like, you a bitch ass nigga if
lie.
you let Cudi say your life.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, that was crazy. And like the whole,
that
like,
nigga got me tripping when he said
what do Cudi working at American Apparel even mean? Like,
yeah, what does that shit mean, like, for real? In the grand scheme of things, what does it mean?
It means nothing. Like, we're just gonna go ahead and cut it out. It means nothing. Like,
niggas trying to tag a rapper in they world because they worked at the same retail store they worked at. Like, I relate to this man because he worked at the same store I worked at.
Nigga worked at a gentrified Old Navy and he got so much props for that. Like, I just don't understand. Like, for real.
Shit was hilarious, man. Shit was hilarious. I asked yesterday, would Travis Scott be who he would be without Kid Cudi? Some people said no. A few people said yeah. I feel like Travis Scott would be, because when I listen to Travis Scott and I listen to Kid Cudi, I don't hear the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if people want to believe that he created this sound and like Travis Scott, I just, when I hear him and I hear this nigga, I hear two different things. That's what I hear. I was in this group yesterday on Clubhouse with Dale, and niggas was saying, well, it's the content that made Cudi different. I'm like, oh, okay, so
what was that exactly like so different than the content?
The depression, but I brought up at the fact though, it's not like we haven't had rappers talking about that shit before.
Like
so
that's like Scarface made a whole
exactly.
lot.
That's what I was saying. So I'm like,
music in the '90s. So like, what are we talking about?
Because when I brought up the point about the 808s, it was kind of like niggas really didn't have nothing to say about that. So I was saying, like, if y'all telling me that Kid Cudi is just this great artist because of his content, then okay. But me personally, I'm not buying that, because depression is not something that just was exclusive to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like we gotten it before, but in different forms. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you telling me because he was more melodic with it, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like that's.
In my opinion, man, I feel like Cudi just hit at a different time. Like, you know, it was coming into like the blog era and like, you know, the hipster era of hip hop.
Yeah, the hipster era was very heavy back then.
And it's like Cudi is like the George Washington of hipster music of within our genre. Like, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful towards him, but it was more like a trend to listen to Kid Cudi more than like, you know, really appreciating his art. So I don't know when like Kid Cudi became like this so like polarizing figure as far as like inspiration goes. Like when we talk about inspiration, I would really say like that's kind of disrespectful. So inspirational, because like I know inspirational figures in rap, and I don't feel he's one of them at all. Like Mike was saying, like Travis Scott would be Travis Scott if we didn't have a Kid Cudi, because Travis Scott pulls from everywhere within rap. You know what I'm saying?
And he has a Houston foundation.
Yeah.
Like his influence base is like off of Houston alone. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And his music just better, dog. Like personally, like Travis is just a different type of artist, man. Like I just feel like he's more talented when it comes to that arena and like just putting out music, dog. Like I don't think Kid Cudi can make a highest in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Cudi can make a, you know, stop trying to be God, and he can't make an Astro World, in my opinion. That's how I look at it, dog.
That stop trying to be God was probably like the best Cudi track I heard in like no lie, like the last 7 to 8 years.
Cudi produced that track?
Nah, he's on that track though.
He is on that track?
Must have been because he must have got credit for the vocals, because I don't see him as a feature.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I didn't see him as a feature.
He was on the vocals.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You're right, because Stevie Wonder gets credit on that song too. For the harmonica.
Yeah, for the harmonica. Yeah, I remember that part.
And somebody else, some white dude. I can't remember though.
Who, Mike Dean?
Who's that singing? Who's that singing?
That's more than likely Mike Dean.
No, he said that somebody was singing, so it ain't bruh.
Oh, it ain't Mike Dean that we're talking about the singer, but Mike Dean engineers all the Travis Scott music.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, you know, no disrespect to Cudi, but I just don't get it personally.
I mean, it was like Mo said, it was really like that point in that time. That was like 07, 08. That was like a lot of things where it was very like sub-genre-y. Like if you listen to like on some Kid Cudi music, it was rap, it was alternative.
It was at one point like the hottest niggas was Kid Cudi and Charles Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Like
on that blog scene, yeah. And Wale.
Yeah, like that was.
And that's what I was about to say. Like Wale had more of a sound impact, in my opinion, than Kid Cudi, because he had the go-go. You see what I'm saying? Style, like, incorporated with rap and shit like that. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was rapping on different beats, too, back then. Because Wale had rap over that Justice beat. That was like 2006.
We need Man, we need more of Wale, like, reminding niggas of who he really is, man. Because I like on the T out the other day, he was going back to like 2013, 2014, and I'm just that's still light in terms of how long he been doing this. And like he just was reminding people, like when y'all was dressing like the Migos, like I was still doing this.
Yeah, that was like because we can go back to 07.
Yeah, 06.
I think we need more of that.
Mm-hmm. He was getting in his bag for real.
Yeah, he really could.
We need less
really
of Wale
whining.
whining. We need more of Wale like reminding y'all.
Yeah, because he was definitely rapping over different beats back then. I remember him rapping over a couple different tracks that were a little bit, especially back then, that were kind of out there.
Hey man, Nike boots, man.
Yeah,
like, and it's still weird to me. Like, even speaking of Wale, like transitioning and even talking about him, it's just like, for him to be in the game so long and then just be like kind of like a fashion icon within rap. Mm-hmm. Like for him to never have a collab with Nike was kind of just always odd to me. But they'll prop up all these other niggas who be in the game like 6 months or 3 months.
Give him something.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I never understood it, man. I just never got it.
There's no reason why he shouldn't have had his own phone posit. Like
exactly.
There's no reason why this man shouldn't have had his own phone posit. Like, dog, literally, like, I remember that LRG shoot. He had the eggplant foams on, and this was like 2008.
That was a moment.
That was a moment, and like, dog, and then like as soon like maybe 2 years later, that's when phones started back redropping. It's like, bro, why this man didn't?
Yeah, that was the time when LRG was really killing, bro.
Hell yeah, that was
when he did that eggplant photo shoot, and then he had the other spread when he had the Pippin twos.
I remember that.
Like I remember that had Nike Talk on fire, and it's like how somebody who had this much influence never even got a look to get a Nike collab. Like we never even seen Wale and like no Nike advertisements. You know what I'm saying? Like. I feel like it's something behind the scenes that we don't know as far as the Wale relationship with Nike, because like you said, like it's just no way that he had that much influence on their product, and it just never happened. Like I remember watching Wale videos in 06, 07. He had OG Nikes, like he been doing this.
Facts.
So it's like I just don't understand.
I mean, it like you said, him going back to reminding niggas. Y'all remember last year when he was just like on his Instagram story, just going through his closet, going through shit? Like, that was some wholesome content right there. Like, dog had shit that was coming apart, like, all type of shit, new shit. And, like, with Wale, it's like, it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, like, he really know his shit. And, he just gets busy, man. I'm surprised he just never really got a big collab like when it came to something like that, or have like a own feature with Complex or something. Shit, in my opinion, he should get up with G-Rock from the shoe game and just do some shit. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how
he definitely should do a G-Rock episode.
Full size, right?
If he do a shoe game episode, that would probably be the most viewed.
It probably would.
Yeah, man. I miss the shoegame.com when it was really pumping.
Yeah, I feel like the shoe game, as far as that being like one of the first like sneaker like publications, especially with them being black owned with G-Rock and whatnot. Yeah. I feel like they should have just as much leverage as like sneaker news and all
nice
the other
Yeah, they started in 05.
Yeah, like they've been here like
05, 06.
I was big on the shoe, but I was on Nice Kicks though early. Because Nice Kicks used to...
I feel like they got watered down.
Yeah, they did get watered down. Because back then, they used to have, like, this thing called, like, the My 5. And they'd have, like, certain artists and people they would show, like, their top 5 rotations. Mm-hmm. They also would have, like when college basketball season was around, they would literally have every single college basketball team and what shoe they was wearing. And that's how I used to, like, people like, damn, UConn got all the fire. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? San Diego State got all the fire. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Arizona got all the fire. You know what I'm saying?
That's when Kawhi was at San Diego. They used to spot like Kawhi a lot.
Like all the sneakers, like 5s, 10s, 11s, like they used to get busy.
Mm-hmm. They used to do the celebrity
secret watch. Yeah, like that's when that shit was hard.
When Gilbert Arenas was his last, before he got kicked out the league, he was going crazy. Like they was on Gilbert Arenas a lot. Like they had good content, but like y'all said, like they didn't really stay hot, especially when Because I think they had sneaker collabs too. Nice Kicks had they had Adidas collabs, they had New Balance collabs.
Oh, yeah.
They just ain't stay hot with it.
I think the owner left too. The owner the dude who originally started, I think he ended up bouncing. I think that's when it kind of went downhill.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense though. But yeah, Nice Kicks do seem like they kind of like, you know, they got a little bit watered down as far as like, ain't really. I mean, I feel like Complex kind of flooded the market as far as like the sneaker content.
Yeah.
Because, you know, even with their sneaker shopping, it's like no other platform really does like that type of thing with celebrities. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's the go-to now when it comes to like what you see celebrities wearing and shit like that, what they gonna buy and everything like that. So like just imagine if PJ Tucker would have linked with the shoe game first in terms of doing some shit like that.
Yeah, that would have been hard.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like it would have been, I felt like it would have been different.
Yeah, everybody going in there to showcase their sneaker closet instead of, because I forgot even what was that other one that used like Nice Kicks started doing that shit too.
They used to do it with basketball players. Remember Josh Childress?
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, I remember.
Josh Childress used to be killing, like smacking,
the
like
ease.
before PJ Tucker really took the crown. That nigga had the shit on lock in the NBA, bro. Like that nigga had pretty much everything, and he wasn't with nobody. Yeah. So he was free to wear whatever he wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when he was on the Hawks, he would just have a different sneaker every time he laced them up, bro.
But even if you at Stanford, he was going crazy.
When he was at Stanford, he was going crazy. I think, matter of fact, go ahead.
Childress was with the Knicks, and he wore the Royal ones when they was playing us. I remember that.
Oh damn! I didn't even peep that.
Josh Childress used to get in his bag for real,
I know
though.
he used to get in his bag. I ain't peeped the ones though. That's crazy.
But I think now, even when it comes to like sneaker collections, you could type in sneaker collection on YouTube, and it's like everybody has like a video dedicated to like, and some people might update their shit like every 6 months or every year. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just becomes so flooded with everybody and certain things, but you pretty much know for the most part who's really in for it, because you know most of the kids nowadays, and it's good to see them do it too. Like it be the kids who be updating their collection like video wise every 6 months. It might be every 3 months, but you know it's just different now. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but you know I think with social media now and everybody trying to establish themselves like as the guy, you know what I'm saying? It's just so many different directions to go at.
It is, because back then it really was just like getting what you like. Personally, you just bought what you like. But now it's like everything that drops. You know, not saying everybody does that. Feel like they gotta grab it, but it is like, okay, if I get some ones, like these shits gotta be like Travis Scott Off-Whites. You know what I'm saying? Like it gotta be in that realm of something. Like you can't just get like the low key ones and be like, all right, you straight. Like no, but it depends, because there's some people who like, you know, if you been around and you kind of know how to dress, like you really don't need anything like current wise.
It's funny you say that as far as like getting like the low key one, like the low key shoe. Yeah, it's like everybody hype out over like the collab, but it's like then like 4 to 3 years later they hype out over that low key sneaker that was $50. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you say, like if you in the know and you really know. You know what's what, like you'll always be straight within this. Cause I got a shoe that I think it's a Jordan 1 that I think. So it's like I get what you're saying, like.
No, I feel you. I mean, that go back to what you said the other day as far as like the sneaker of the year too. Like, you know, being the Yeezy Quantums, like that's factual though, because it's like that was a sneaker that was hard, it was different, it was an original look, and technology wise it didn't take away from the style of it. Word. You know what I'm saying? So like I just feel like now, like before, like the green turbo ones in my opinion was my favorite sneaker that had released that year. But it's like now it's becoming like a trend to like always pick the one as a sneaker of the year.
Yeah.
And even with the turbo green ones, I think I had another sneaker that I said was it might have been the Travis Scott 6 if they dropped the same year that I said that was sneaker of the year. And it's just like I feel like the one has just become so lazy to pick as the sneaker. Like there was no Jordan 1 collab this year that was worthy of being sneaker of the year, dog. Like it just wasn't. That's how I look at it.
With the ones, man, I just feel like they hoard the ones out.
Because it's an easy canvas to put shit on.
They just kind of hoard it out. But it's like, it's almost kind of reminds me of like what they did with the Air Force One back in the G for a little second.
But
like,
see, with that, though,
it was a little bit.
It was, but even with that, because even when Nike ID came out, you could just make your own. So, like, niggas still make their own shit on Nike ID. And I think with that, it wasn't like how it is with the Jordan 1 now, dog. It's like with the Jordan 1 now, it's kind of like, you know, they throw some shit together and niggas be like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like,
this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I gotta get this. Like, man, this shit is ass. For real.
Like, what was that one that just released?
With the zipper?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that shit look... my dog called them things the she thing ones, dog.
Yeah, like, it's like... They doing too much, and then like that J Balvin collab, like those were trash. Like
super
to see people really like trying to hit on those is like y'all.
That's strictly a resale.
Like, ain't no way y'all telling me that these are real heat. Like you know what I'm saying? Like those look like those are preschool like kid shoes. Like those aren't like. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Those are trash. Like, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I tried to get them shit in the size 14, goddamn, because them shit was going for $2,000 on StockX. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's strictly for the flip. Like, that's strictly for the flip.
$2,000 on StockX?
Oh, yeah. Those are getting flipped. Like, I would never keep that in my closet, for real.
No shit getting sent.
Nah, but if those are like... So those are like basically like the Travis Scotts, but for like the reggaeton thing. Like so, it was like if you look on the comments, there was like Latin people shitting because they couldn't get it. Like y'all don't even listen to his music. Y'all don't like. They were really mad, bro.
Okay, but it's everybody who can't play basketball. These are still basketball sneakers. So what's the point?
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like as far as like it was a big deal for these shoes. Like a lot of people wanted them as far as fan perspective.
But did all J Balvin fans get these shoes though? Like,
clearly not.
You know what I'm saying, Drew?
Yeah, no, I understand. Clearly not though. It was a crazy. I mean, the flip of these shoes are crazy though. Like I said, like I think like a 11 and a half might have been like $700 some odd dollars.
They did the same rollout with J Balvin though because he got a Jordan 1 collab. Travis Scott got a Jordan 1 collab. Yeah. He got a McDonald's meal. Travis Scott already had a McDonald's meal. Like there was a lot of copycat stuff that I seen. Like
you can see it. You can see it. The whole pattern of that shit. But it's the target. That's what I'm saying. Like where they're trying to target is the Latin community with that shit. With the McDonald's commercial. With the with all the other collabs. The shoe collab. Like it's crazy though.
I seen because like Mike was saying as far as like sneaker of the year, like they were saying like I tweeted about this and they were saying how I saw a lot of people telling me that the Mocha Ones was the sneaker of the year, and I was saying, you know, if
it's
you
lazy,
it's lazy. It's lazy. It's like if I didn't know nothing about sneakers, and like if I was just coming into like the whole like sneaker culture and like you know the hype culture, if you showed me that Jordan 1 and told me that was the shoe of the year, like of all the shoes that came out this year, I would tell you that this was a whack year of shoes.
Mm-hmm. No facts, and that's only off the strength of the Travis Scott one. That's all that shit was.
Not like you know what I'm saying, like and then it's like I said, like I feel like the Quantum 1 was the sneaker of the year. Like I felt like after the Quantum 1. Like, I feel like the Joe's Fresh Good, like the New Balances, that was the second sneaker of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what Joe doing as far as, like, how he's been losing with all these different brands and still keeping his, his brand integrity, like, I feel like that's not being talked about as much, especially him being black-owned. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like, just back to the Mocha Ones, like, those aren't hard, like, at all. Like, to be, like, You know,
Not sneaker of the year wise. They cool, but not to be sneaker of the year wise.
Hey, yo,
Like they
why
telling me because it's a high demand sneaker. It's the sneaker of the year. That it don't work like that.
Nah, it don't work like that.
Nah. Hey, yo, why ain't nobody in the league hooping in them quantum ones? Is it because they still got that reflection?
I think that's what it was.
Brandon Ingram played in them.
He did
Before the season
because the people need to start hooping in them.
Before the season got shut down, that was like his shoe. He was balling it.
But they did say that though.
Yeah, because I remember earlier they wouldn't let him
that.
play because it had like the reflection on it, the M3 on it.
When did 3M become a problem on sneakers in the league?
I don't know. I mean, it must have been a lot on the sneaker, but for some reason they wouldn't let nobody wear it. And now you tell me Brandon Ingram's wearing it. I'm like, that's what's up. Like I wanted to see more people who
it's a dope
on
sneaker,
Adidas,
man.
to wear that sneaker because that sneaker is hard.
It's a dope sneaker. It's stylish and like you say, performance wise, it seemed like it's a great sneaker.
Like it hasn't been a shoe like Mike said, like it hasn't been a strictly basketball sneaker that you can rock out in the street. Like we haven't had a signature shoe like that in a long time. Like
nah,
every shoe that's coming out right now, like especially on the Nike side,
strictly
like,
performance based.
It's performance based. Like I'll say that they've been doing better because the Jordan 35s, those actually look pretty cool. Like in the streets, like I've seen a few people wear those, but like besides that and that Quantum Yeezy, like it's been pretty few and far between. Like as far as actually like having a clean sneaker you can do on and off the court.
And the thing with them Quantums, man, they actually look nice with jeans. Mm-hmm. That you can actually rock those with jeans. A lot of basketball sneakers you can rock with jeans.
With like different like little tracksuits and stuff like that. Like it's a dope sneaker.
Definitely, you can get it off if you know how to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So how y'all feel about Ashanti and Keyshia battle getting canceled, man?
Man,
I was shitting, man. That was my plans last night, bro.
Well, I was planning on watching that too.
Facts. No more trying to say.
I thought that was gonna be what everybody was doing last night, but they pulled the plug on it like an hour before. Like I didn't understand that.
No more trying to say Ashanti was ducking smoke and shit.
So Ashanti just out the blue just now getting tested, or she didn't know that she been had COVID?
I had no idea because wasn't she in Africa or something like that?
She been doing a lot of shows like out of the country, like in Dubai and Africa and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that's probably where she caught it at, because she could have caught it in the airport coming in. So I don't know.
I heard that they said that she got it from like a family member. Like she hugged a family member and she ended up catching it like that. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard.
You said what?
They said that she said that she got it from a family member. Like she hugged a family member or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what they said.
I saw they were saying they was going to replace. It was a joke, but it had me crying laughing. They was going to replace the battle, like for a filler battle. They was going to have Rich the Kid versus Famous Dex, and I started crying laughing when I saw that.
Hell no, we don't need that.
We definitely don't need that.
Oh no.
Like talk about taking the air to a balloon.
No, we ain't fucking with that, dog.
But I mean, I think Keyshia would win though. Just my personal opinion. I think she would win. It'd be a close one. It'd be a good one.
I think it's close. I think it go either way.
I'll go with Keyshia.
She got some shit.
I had Keyshia winning too, man. But I think it was going to be close. I didn't think it was going to be like a landslide, but I feel like it was going to be a close battle.
Did they say when they was going to reschedule, or they just
sometime in January?
January 9th.
Oh, January 9th.
Shit, I wonder who's up next, man, because they gotta have somebody else coming up in the near future.
Man, they need to get Future in this shit, man.
Who going against Future? Meek Mill or somebody?
Nah, that's an easy.
I can see them doing that matchup though.
But that's an easy wash.
I can see the way they've been doing versus matchups. I can see them doing Meek versus
I can
Future.
see it really being a Future and Meek Mill battle.
Yeah, I can see that.
Meek Mill's getting out the paint.
Meek Mill gonna end up looking like 2 Chainz
with the quickness.
Yikes!
No, Future definitely would get him out.
2 Chainz went up there and he was crying on Breakfast Club the next day.
Meek got some shit, but Future shit he gonna get him out of here.
It's too much.
But they would do a versus like that, though.
Yeah, they would set that up. And I mean, I think to honestly, dog, people might say I'm crazy, but you gotta put Future up there like as a nigga like probably go against like a Drake.
He could. That'd be a
We've
good
been
battle.
said that. We've been said that.
You know
Like
what I'm
he,
saying? You kind of
we
you
said that.
gotta you gotta put him on that level, or like if him and Ross.
as far as
some shit like
consistency
that.
and dominating the era, like it's only been Drake, Ross, Future. Like artists, like they've been here since 2009, 2010. As far as consistency goes, so he got to be up there with them.
Or they would do like Future and Yo Gotti. They would. They would.
They can't do that.
They would.
Hey, but Yo Gotti got hits too, dog. Like I ain't gonna play Gotti like that.
He got
Yo
hits
Gotti
now. Yo Gotti got hits now. Yo Gotti been around since 2000.
2001.
2001. You know what I'm saying? So he has no short of hits, but it's just that matchup that don't even. That shit don't even. That shit don't even look right.
I don't even know who Yo Gotti who you would put him against. It would have to be like a Gucci Man or a Young Dolph or something like that. But that would never happen.
Nah,
So-
I think a Gucci and Gotti would have been good, but that would never happen though either.
That's
They
what
don't
I'm
like
saying.
each other.
It would never happen.
Yeah.
So,
Gucci and Gotti don't
you
like
know?
each other?
Nope. Yeah, no, they don't like each other. And they used to be tight. They had a mixtape together and all.
Yeah,
That
they
shit's
made
crazy.
really good songs together.
Yeah, they made some classics. And Gotti was on some Gucci Man classics, Bricks, Pure Cocaine. He was on some shit.
Man, as long as they keep
That's
French
that's
Montana
Gotti's
away
song.
from these
Pure
verses,
Cocaine, that's Gotti's song.
Oh, that Pure Cocaine is Gotti's song. That was on Cocaine Music
Volume
1.
1.
Yeah.
The first one was fire. That was what, 06, 07?
Yeah, that was like 07.
That had to have been 07, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 07 because that had sold out on it and everything.
Mm-hmm. That was a hard mixtape.
I would like to see Future though, in the verses. I feel like his shit was like definitely he'll give some niggas some problems for sure.
Yeah, hit for sure give niggas problems. Like, that's not even a question. But it's to the fact that like who like as far as hits wise, like who's going. His Future has Main Street hits, and he also has the street hits. Like
Unless
like,
Ross come out again for another 20, if he want to do it, I would like to see Future and Ross.
but it's almost like he done had his like some of his best 20s he done used on 2 Chainz. Like he can't repeat those same 20.
No, he couldn't.
Even though he does have 20 other great songs, those first 20 he displayed with him were some of his like his bangers.
His
you know what I'm
bangers,
saying?
yeah, you right.
He would
Future and Drake would be good.
Yeah, he would want to save those for a nigga like Future.
And I feel like that about the Jeezy and Gucci Man battle. If that battle kept going, Jeezy was going to lose. If it went to 40, Jeezy would have lost.
You think so?
Gucci got too much. Gucci just got too much songs he can dig into.
Yeah,
if
he got too
wanted
much
to.
songs, and it's like the thing with WAP is like I'll give him this, like he floods the streets with so much music that there is gonna be like at least 2 or 3 of them shit that like are gonna hit, and it might be one that even catches.
Well, shit, then new T.I. and Future.
I think Future getting T.I. out of here.
I don't know about that one now. That one is going either way.
I think
That one going either way.
That can go either way.
I think
That going either way.
That is it could go either way, but I got Future winning that one. You got
Future
though
beating T.I.?
even though T.I. got some big hits, I got Future winning that shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that should be super close.
It'd be
super
a close.
close.
I
think it'd be the closest battle.
Yeah, it'd be the closest battle. It'd actually be a really good battle.
Hell yeah.
But I got
Hell
Future
yeah.
winning that. I got Future winning that. I got Future taking that.
Damn, that is a good idea, man. Future and T.I.
That'd be
That'd
battle.
be good. I think T.I. will fuck with it too.
Yeah, definitely, because he's looking for somebody to battle.
Yeah,
He's
looking
out.
for somebody.
He was in the comment section with Jeezy and WAP. He was in there talking spicy in the comments.
What'd he say?
He was like, "Who told Swiss and Timbaland this was the better play?"
I'm eager to see him though.
It was when Gucci started to get mad. He was like, "Y'all, you keep playing all this old shit." T.I. was like, "Who told y'all that this was the better move to go with?" Like, I was like, "Oh,
I did
shit."
want T.I. and Jeezy. I did want that matchup. Like,
That would have been a good matchup.
yeah, that would have been a good
I
matchup.
feel like the more I think about it, man, I feel like Jeezy wanted that more than Gucci wanted that because
He did.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah.
feel like he wanted to. I feel like he was trying to. I'm not trying to say like Jeezy needed the clout or nothing, but it just seemed like Jeezy was searching for a moment where he could have just stuck with the original T.I. matchup, and it would have been a better look. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the whole like trying to make amends and all of that. Like, I feel like WAP just came in for the check. Honestly, like when it come down to it, like it was cool to see them like do icing and all of that for the first time in a long time, but. I feel like it was low key forced, man. I feel like Jeezy should have just went with the original matchup, man. That's just my opinion. Because like you can tell, like the energy was off. Like it's no way. Like, I feel like I spoke on this before, but it's no way. I'm gonna sign up for a battle and let him and agree to let him do that truth record. Like I'm just not doing that. Like I'm sorry. Like that puts Jeezy in a very awkward situation. Like to do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
Yeah.
Facts, 100% facts. But hopefully, we can get a battle. Hopefully, we can get a battle before Keyshia and Ashanti one. But I highly doubt if it's going to be on the 9th. That's damn near in 3 weeks? 3 weeks from now?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably wait that one out. Build some anticipation for that one. Probably going to build some anticipation for that one because, being delayed and all. So, come back on the 9th 3 weeks later.
How y'all feel about Floyd fighting Logan Paul, man?
At this point, I really don't know like what this is for. I really don't know what's the angle. Like I understand it's about you Floyd, you get the check, but it's like, bruh, if you have money, like you don't gotta chase that shit. Like so,
I feel like he just be bored, man.
I don't think Floyd chasing nothing really. I just feel like Floyd might just be bored in the house. Like
that's what I feel.
But it's like, dog, if you bored, like even if you are bored, you really gonna fight Logan Paul? Like
yes,
because it's still
you gonna fight Logan Paul? You're that bored?
His ass out. Yes.
You gotta think, knock his ass out and get your check.
This ain't because a lot of people think it's the same dude.
Like, no, it's not. This is brother.
Yeah, his brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like you ain't even fighting Jake. You fighting Logan. Like,
but he's the true fighter though.
Okay.
Out the two, like both of them fight, but
Logan is the real fighter.
Yeah,
though.
he's the real fighter. Yeah,
but still,
Jake
like,
really just started fighting.
You about to beat this nigga ass. You about to draw the fight out. We seen this before. You're not gonna knock him out.
You gotta think whenever Floyd put his name on something, it's more for like the money outside of the fight. If you look at it, like he already done sold. They already selling pay-per-view packages. Like they saying like it's gonna go up as towards the fight go. He getting money outside of the fight. Like I always feel like he been strategic with that. Like. It's a lot of money that's going to be off the books that he make off the fight, and it's been like that.
Mm-hmm.
What about is Triller going to be doing it? Like Triller and Snoop Dogg and them?
I think it's just a
I'm not sure
thing.
yet. But they should.
Yeah, they should do that. They should hop on that.
They should. I think it'd be dope, but I'm not buying that bitch.
I'm not buying that bitch neither.
It's getting streamed though. It's getting streamed again. Like I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah, we're not fucking with that, Floyd. Come on, man. But I just wanted y'all thoughts on that shit. I just felt like it was,
It's just I just don't get it. Don't get it.
My dog, what 50? Is he 50 or 51-0? Is he 51? He's 51, isn't it?
51-0. It's like honestly, bro. It's like
because 50 was who was 50? That was 2017. Who did he fight 2017?
I don't know. He fought Conor McGregor 2018, didn't it?
18 or 19.
Y'all gotta think he'll do this. Like, remember when he fought the little Asian dude and they were saying this Asian dude is so dangerous?
Oh yeah, that was an exhibition match. Yeah, I remember that.
Floyd had that little dude crying after the match. Like
that shit was like 2 rounds, man.
Yeah.
But the dude was crying. Like he was crying. Like obviously Floyd was hitting him. Like
Floyd might just be bored. He might just be bored.
He might just be.
I think Floyd be bored, man. There's only so much you can do when you have
that much money. Yeah,
people be saying he broke. I'm like, dog, that nigga's.
That's what I'm saying. He's not broke. I know this nigga's not broke. So I'm like, dog, what's the angle?
Yeah.
The angle to me, I really just feel like when it comes to Floyd, man, I just feel like I feel like he just doing this out of just. I hate to say the love of the sport because he's still getting paid like a lot of money, but it's like he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a guy who's, like you say, he's 51-0. I feel like he kind of feel like he hasn't really even got his credit for that as far as being arguably the greatest fighter of all time. So I feel like at this point it's just like I'm gonna do what I really just want to do. Like it don't matter what y'all think about these fights no more because y'all already try to like go against the grain with me anyway. In my opinion.
I forgot to mention this, but did y'all listen to Jack Harlow album?
I listened to a little bit of it. I mean,
it was cool.
It was okay. I mean, he kind of sounded like Drake on that shit a little bit.
I feel like out the gates, the sound was kind of like repetitive as far as like his rapping.
Yeah, I mean the dog can rap now. Yeah. That's the thing. But for me, it's just like I'm just not about to sit and listen to like that whole shit going through. Yeah. He got my man ESTG on there, so I fuck with it off the strength of that. But I mean, I listened to a couple songs, but I'll be honest, it's nothing I'm about to revisit.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to process why his album cover was getting so much flack and why it was such a topic on Clubhouse.
Yeah, I'm not giving that shit no burn. To be honest with you,
why are they talking about the topic?
Because he had a black leg.
It was a black woman's leg. Like, cause if you look at the album cover, he's in in the back of a car, and like the passenger is obviously a black woman. And it's like, bro, like y'all being weird over a leg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, like that's why that's why I'm like,
I get that shit no burn. Get that shit.
It's not like he got her dressed. It's not like he got her doing some mammy behavior. Like it's just a leg, man. Like.
People just looking for some shit at this point.
Yeah, they was just looking for some shit, but
like I didn't know if y'all seen Jack Harlow like violate on no racial stuff like that. So I can't say he's even like that. Like you know what I'm saying? So you know,
I didn't know if y'all had checked it out. I didn't know if y'all had checked it out. That's why I had asked. So.
I skimmed through it because I was at work. I was bored, so I skimmed through it. But you know, it's just not for me.
No, I feel you.
Not for me.
So speaking of Jack Harlow, Drew, what y'all about to do with y'all Jack Harlow, man? Y'all gonna trade that nigga or what?
I know, man.
I mean, y'all treating him like he the second coming to Larry Bird all up on Twitter, so you know. I just want to know, man.
I know, bro. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Them odds going up for Miami. Yeah. That's all I see. Them odds going up as far as a trade.
They need to make that happen.
What you think about the situation? The whole James Harden situation.
All right, man. So my whole thing with that is, like, I'm always a very objective person. I can always see both sides of things. So with Harden, when it comes to him not like, you know, skipping out on practices and things like that, I can see how he could feel a kind of way because management did make all these decisions without including me. You know, I'm supposed to be the cornerstone. I'm supposed to be the head guy of the franchise, and y'all making coaching changes and involving me. So I can see that one way, but then I also see it the other way as like, regardless of all of that shit, you're still supposed to be there for your teammates. Like at the end of the day, you still are the leader of the team. Like regardless of what kind of contract situation you have going on and what type of issues you have with the front office, that still shouldn't reflect how you come across to your new teammates. These are not even guys you've been with who probably maybe even know your situations. You know, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins are new to the team. Like, we kind of expecting you to kind of be here, even though you got some shit going on. At the end of the day, you still are the quote unquote the captain of the team. You're still quote unquote the leader of the team. So I can kind of see both ways. I saw what Steven Jackson had to say, and you know, I really like it. It was kind of like I could get where he was coming from with the whole black man. You know, having a black coach at the same time. Like, Harden really isn't obligated to do that shit because he didn't even ask for this nigga. So I can kind of see both ways. I can kind of see both sides on each point.
Him and Russ signed off on that. They was cool with that.
Oh, they was cool on that. Okay, well then that makes it different. Then
that Ben came out. They was cool with them bringing that man in there. So all this, like, you know, them not consulting with him, like him and Russ signed off on that.
Oh, you know well then that's different. Then that's different.
Regardless of how they felt as far as with these stats with the team, if y'all was going to do that, then y'all shouldn't have recommended that man get the job. If y'all knew y'all don't even want to be there, that's my point. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like it's just like, you know, I feel what people saying as far as like the accountability shit. Like, at what point is it your fault, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like it's like you can't have this shit your way all the time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you are the star of the team, but like I feel like niggas have done enough for you there, bro. Like, what more do you want?
They haven't done anything for that nigga. He's done everything for them. That's the thing.
Bro,
Like
this niggas was playing with 5 Hall of Famers. Like,
no,
what
he
else
hasn't.
do you want?
No, he hasn't.
What
That's
else
the
do you
thing. He
want?
hasn't played with none
What
of
else
this.
do you want, man?
Who was on his team 2015? Give me some players right now.
On 2015,
Yeah, when they went to Western Conference Finals, who was his all-star next to him?
Who was on this team in 2015? Well, obviously you're a fan, so you tell me. Who was on
No,
this team,
that's what
bro?
I'm saying. You keep saying this.
I
Is what
don't
I'm talking
kinda
about.
remember,
Niggas keep
like-
saying that they gave him everything.
They
They giving him everything. Patrick Beverly was his starting point guard. Jason Terry was his shooting guard. Terrence Jones was a small forward. Like, these are the niggas that he took to the Western Conference Finals 2015. So his best teammate during his tenure there has been Chris Paul. That was his best teammate during his tenure in Houston. And then it was Russell Westbrook. And then it was Dwight Howard. But Dwight Howard was hurt most of the time. You see what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, I feel like he don't owe them anything. He doesn't owe them because when they hired Silas, Russ still asked for a trade. So what is this thing that he has to play for this black coach? Russ didn't have to play for the black coach. Russ asked for a trade right after they hired the nigga. So what? Why is he held accountable in terms of he got to play for this nigga?
I said, bro, if neither one of them wanted to play with the team, they shouldn't have signed off to bring this nigga there. That shouldn't even have been nothing y'all had any input on. If y'all don't want to be there, don't give no input on what they do with the fucking team. Period. That's fair. We on both of them, but it's still going Russ, nigga, because you're the fucking franchise of the fucking.
Harden, you're still the franchise
team.
player though.
You're still a franchise.
Y'all act like we haven't seen this with
with
other players, though.
to a certain level.
But other
of
players still get
accountability.
that scrutiny too.
Kyrie Irving didn't Kyrie Irving damn near threatened to have knee surgery if Cleveland didn't trade him. Like, we saw this shit happen. We saw Kyrie Irving threaten these niggas to, I'm gonna get this knee surgery if y'all don't fucking trade me. We saw with Anthony Davis. Like, so this is a repetitive thing with superstars. So I don't know why is all this outrage and uproar when it come to this nigga. We seen it play out with other niggas.
I mean, I guess maybe it's because of the fact of, like, you know, it's really the fact of who Brett is.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's him.
Because it does look a kind of way when you do that type of shit, but then you also, like, go out to a club.
So what? What does it matter? He's entitled to do that.
I'm saying he's entitled to do that, but from a media's perspective, they are going to look at that shit a little different.
Like, we just saw this shit less than a year ago with Anthony Davis, bro.
Y'all doing the most, bro. Like, nobody is saying is who he is. Like,
it's because of who he is.
What the? I don't know that nigga like that to say that, bro. That's weird as fuck. That's weird as fuck.
So why was nobody mad when AD did it?
I don't know that nigga personally to say that, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
So why nobody had no issue when Anthony Davis did it?
I'm saying from the perspective,
like,
like,
when Anthony Davis sitting out them games. What are you talking about? He got held to the fire too. He got held to the fire. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about when I'm saying who he is in the fact of, like, James Harden. Like, it looks a kind of way like if you this nigga who's supposed to be, like, you know, when it comes to the contractual shit, you know, most people who go through that, like an Anthony Davis or something, they'll just go and say it.
Held to the same fucking standards of them niggas.
Do you think it's really going to look a certain way to his new team if he handling shit the way like that?
It is going to look a certain way to his new teammates.
There's no way it's possible. There's no way it's possible. Because at the end of the day, you a superstar. You a superstar at the end of the day. You got Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis and James Harden. All these niggas are dumb niggas at the end of the day. Kawhi Leonard did the same shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, all these niggas are superstars that then that's not gonna dictate what a new team think about them. They gonna still go get that nigga.
I'm talking about his teammates. I'm not talking about his new team. I'm talking about the people.
No, I'm talking about the new team.
Oh, I'm talking about the team that he's currently on now.
We just seen what came out about the Clippers with the whole Kyrie's with the Kawhi situation.
Yeah.
So obviously it's still trickled down, bro. Like that. It's still shit that come after the fact, bro. Like,
Doc said they didn't buy into Paul George. They bought into Kawhi Leonard. He just said that.
Niggas still had an issue with Kawhi too, and his tardiness. Like they did have issues with Kawhi, bro. You read this too. Like they had issues with both of them.
So I'm supposed to come. So if I don't want to trade, if I've been there 8-9 years, I'm supposed to still come and play regardless of my trade situation. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, it like, dog, because at the end of the day, if you're the leader of the team, if this your team and they have not traded you yet, if this is going into training camp, bro, then dog, show up. If you going into training camp, it's not the NFL, my nigga. Like, it's the league. Like, you know, holdouts is pretty much pointless.
Holding out like he fucking Tom Brady or something, bro.
No, you need to show up. You need to show up.
I mean, he is though. He is of that caliber.
We haven't seen him.
He's a superstar. He's superstar for a reason.
Man, he is a superstar, but Mike, but on some real shit, like he still has not proven anything. He still has not shown it.
How many players have we seen not hold out, not win a ring though? That's what I'm saying. Like we seen players hold out, not win a ring.
Like, hold up, man. Y'all don't want to put this nigga to the same level of accountability, bro. If y'all want to put this nigga up with the greats of all time, he needs to be held to the same fire that them greats would be held to. It's not a nigga that y'all would say is a top 3 nigga all time as far as his position goes. It's no way a nigga like him would go through a 10-year stint without hitting the fucking finals and he would still be looked at as the greatest of all time in his position. If D Wade went through a 10-year stretch where he never touched the fucking finals floor, he would not be the 3rd greatest shooting guard of all time, and that's facts. So how the fuck can James Harden be above D Wade and he's never even sniffed the fucking finals? Explain that.
Why are we even talking about D Wade?
No, but you took that small portion of what the fuck I said and you harped on that. Answer the whole fucking question, bro. Answer that.
What's the question?
How y'all want to put a nigga who's never been on the elite stage above niggas who's been there and actually proven themselves?
Who do I put him above?
Nigga, you one of the main niggas that say he better than D Wade. How?
He's a better basketball player than him, but career-wise, D Wade has
he's not even a better ball player than D Wade.
He is. D Wade has a better basketball career than him.
James Harden ain't better than D Wade.
He's a better scorer, but what else is he doing better than D Wade besides shooting 35 times a fucking night? What is he doing?
I would much rather have D Wade on my team than have James Harden.
I mean, you could. I wouldn't argue that.
That's what the fuck.
But at the end of the day, he's still top 5 at his position all time.
Goofy as hell, bro.
If people want to put him, if people want to put Dwayne Wade, all right, go ahead, finish. Because I want to be able to talk without you.
I got Iverson over Harden, but that's just
goofy as hell to me, bro. Like, cut it out, bro.
All right, go ahead, finish, so I can go ahead and make my point.
I'm done.
All right, so my end point with this whole James Harden shit, even all time, I don't even put him all the way up there. He's like in the 20s. Now, as far as his position, he's top 5 all time. Like, this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna reiterate this shit. If people want to put Dwayne Wade over him, that's fine. I don't care. In my opinion, I feel like he's better than him. It's the T-Mac and Kobe Bryant shit. It's the same thing. Like, at the end of the day, objectively, I can be real and say that T-Mac is not better than him. But we've seen Kobe Bryant say that he gave him the most fits because they were exactly the same. He just does not have a ring. It's the same shit with James Harden, bro. At the end of the day, the nigga does what he does. He's one of the greatest of his era. He's the best shooting guard of his era since 2010 up until now. And it just is what it is. He might retire ring. Most likely he's going to retire ringless. And that's okay. Everybody don't retire with a ring. That's fine. If he's not better than D Wade when his career over, so the fuck what? He's still top 5 at his position. There's no need to keep bringing up this shit about, so what? What does it matter? It don't fucking matter.
I bring it up because y'all harp on that shit. Y'all
I don't talk about Dwayne Wade and James Harden on Twitter.
Man. He's not. He's just not, bro.
That's fine. Okay, so let's talk about something else. At the end of the day, this whole situation with the Rockets, he doesn't owe them anything. He does not owe, because let's be real here, right? And you even retweeted it when I retweeted it on Twitter the other day about they starting 5, right? It's laughable. So if they don't, what is the expectations if he does play with James, if he plays with Wale and DeMarcus? Answer, what seed are they right now?
Right now, of the way how it is, I mean, they're in the playoffs. I'm going to give them that. They're in the playoffs. I'm gonna give
Are
them
they
that.
a finals contender?
Probably not.
Okay.
But at the same time, that's still no reason for you to act like that. You still are the main person.
I gave you 8 years. I gave you 9 years.
You're still the main person.
You say the same shit with KD. You said the same shit with KD. You said the same shit with Braun. If I giving you 8-9 years, we always say these niggas do that.
No, I've never seen Braun hold out like that. I've never seen Braun.
Everybody has their own way of doing shit. I wasn't mad at Kyrie when he first when he forced a damn near surgery to get done if he didn't get traded. That nigga said, "I'm gonna get this fucking knee surgery if y'all don't fucking trade me."
But and they traded this nigga. But I don't put the way you sound like I really don't put Kyrie and James Harden on the same level.
How?
Because Kyrie's never been the leader of the team. James Harden is the leader of the team.
And we see
man, leaders and superstars, like all that shit.
Lottery picks, like we seen that.
We've seen when this man was with Cleveland when no LeBron James is there, and we've seen when LeBron James was playing with him. Like I've said this plenty of times. Kyrie is a great 2. He's not a good 1. He's not a good 1 man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck you just relishing James Harden taking niggas to the Western Conference Finals, but all of a sudden he can't be held to a certain level of accountability? That's what the fuck I'm talking about with this nigga.
Niggas been saying he wasn't a leader for years now.
This shit goofy as hell, bro.
The niggas been saying he ain't been a leader for years now. What does it matter now? All of a sudden he a leader.
But
he ain't been a leader.
It don't matter to you when you want to throw that in niggas' face that he took niggas to the only Western Conference Finals.
So
that's all I'm saying.
So you gotta have the same accountability when a nigga ain't showing up.
In my opinion, I feel like he don't owe them nothing to go play. That's just my opinion. I have the same standard for Anthony Davis, for Kyrie, for Kawhi Leonard. They don't owe these organizations nothing. There's no picks.
It's just the fact that, like, dog, you haven't negotiated anything yet. You haven't set a new teammates. You got people that you cool with on the team. So it's like, fam, you the main nigga. You gotta at least show up.
So if he was to stay and they don't make the finals, what's the conversation? It's gonna be the same shit.
If he doesn't make the finals, what's going to be the conversation?
Yeah, it's going to be the same shit.
I mean, that's how it's been. I mean, so like, you saying it's the same conversation? Like, of course, it's
if he gets traded to Miami, or Brooklyn, he has more of a championship opportunity. Facts.
Okay, that's cool.
Versus Houston right now.
Of course, that's fine. But you do what you have to do until that point happens, because that point has not happened yet.
How many times do we say a player, regardless of the sport, don't have to play if they want to be traded? We see it all the time.
Hold on, man. When AD sat out, he was still on the bench with them niggas.
So what?
That's what he was still on the bench with
them
niggas,
what?
bro. Yes,
there for moral support?
Nigga, he still was there.
So what? He wasn't playing.
There's a difference between that and then you going to your homeboy birthday party in Vegas and shit like that. That's what I'm saying.
The optics just look different. Like, what y'all talking about, bro?
You can have an opinion about the optics, whatever the case may be. You just said he can do that. So what? Like, obviously he don't give a fuck. Like, my boy called me the other day and he's like, well, why he just won't tell him? I'm like, dog, he's told them and he's showing them that I don't want to be here.
All right, so put it like this. If he go to the Heat or he go to the 76ers, he's going to have a bigger magnifying scope on him because they're expecting a finals appearance. So if that don't happen, what's the conversation then?
I don't think he's winning the championship at Philly.
If he goes to
but
Brooklyn,
those are destinations that he's already spoken about wanting to go to. So if he go to Philly or if he go to Miami, they're expecting a finals appearance out of him.
Miami for sure. Miami for sure. Like Philly, I said this months ago. Him and Joel Embiid, I don't see, especially with Doc as a coach. I don't see. No, hell no.
But that's not my question. My question is, either way, if it don't happen, what's the conversation?
He's going to remain where he's at right now. Like I just said, he's going to be 20 to 25 all time. He's going to remain where he's at. If he wins a ring, he goes top 10 all time. That's what I'm saying.
He goes top 10.
Yes, if he wins a fucking ring, he's going top 10.
I can't agree with that, Mike.
Yes,
I can't agree with that.
Yes,
that's goofy as hell, bro.
So where you put him at if he wins a ring? Where you put him at?
Think how much players he gonna leapfrog?
You're gonna leapfrog a lot of players to get to that top 10. The top 10, my nigga.
Where's he go if he wins a ring?
No, I don't know that off the top, but like, dog,
he stays in the 20s. Honestly,
he's not 20s if he wins a ring.
Yes, he's still in the fucking 20s.
Okay.
You gotta think, like, if we look at the top 10 of all time, there's no way in hell you're telling me you're taking one of those niggas out to put fucking James Harden, my nigga.
And at least everybody in the top 10 got multiple rings. They don't just have just one.
All right, so then put them 10 to 15 then.
There's niggas through 10, 15 who have multiple rings.
Who's 10 to 15 right now who James Harden can move out?
I can't really explain that off the top of the dome, but like,
because I mean, we catapulted KD when he won his first one. We say he's arguably can retire top 5 all time, and that's mainly off his skill, not rings. That's mainly off his skill. So you telling me this nigga can't get one ring and not even be in a conversation for top 10, but KD can jump all the way up to 5?
Because you're looking at KD is something different. We've never seen nothing like KD before, so of course KD is going to get that accolade.
Okay, so where does he go? Where does he go if he wins one?
I don't know. You might have to put him in the boat with the rest of, like, you have to put him in the boat with like a. I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but like I really can't really give you like a clear. I'd have to look at the list of players and be like, all right, you can remove him out, and then you could put James Harden in that if he gets that one ring. But I can't really, I can't really say.
All right, so fuck the top. So fuck the top 10. Fuck the top 10, right? Just having an objective conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he wins a ring, you honestly can't say just off GP he can go 10 to 15.
No, off GP, no, Mike, because there's a lot of players. There's players that are better than him. Like there are still players that are better than him that are in that 15 to 20 range.
Who?
I can't name exactly everything off the top of the head. Like, hey, you have to give me a list or something, dog.
But if you saying that with such strong conviction, that's what I'm saying. Like,
who can you name, nigga? Are you gonna put a nigga like Kareem Abdul? You gonna put James Harden over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? You gonna put James Harden over Steph Curry?
Steph Curry and James Harden could be right next to each other, and he got 3. That's a fact. They could be right next to each other in the 10 to 15 range if that's where they at right now. That shit don't make sense.
Nah,
you would even put him next to Dwayne Wade. That's crazy. Dwayne Wade is like 10 to 15 right now all time, isn't he? Or 15 to 20?
He's probably like 10. He's probably like 15 to 20. But I'm not putting. Me personally, I think Dwayne Wade. Like if you want to go that route, like James Harden is like in the 25-30 range. Even if he get a ring, he's in that 20s. He's in the 20-25. I don't see that man going nowhere near top 10 off of one ring.
I got him 23 to 25 right now.
I don't even have him like that right now. Like of all time, dog. Like
it's just so it's 20. So if he gets one, you can still name 25 players better than him all time. If he gets one,
dog get one, like if he gets one, you still can name at least 20 to 25 players that were better than him throughout their whole career. Their whole span.
I can't name 25. There's no way you can name 25. There's no way. How can somebody who's top 5 at their position be 25 all time?
Dog, that's very easy, Mike. That's very easy.
Hell no. That's
if you're doing a tier of 5 and you have 5 other people over them, that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
25 players at premier superstar positions all don't have a ring. Karl Malone don't got a ring. John Stockton don't got a ring. Iverson don't got a ring. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of these niggas don't got rings. So how can he not be, if he gets one, catapult up the top 25, bruh? You don't even think he top 25 now. You telling me if he get a ring, he don't go up the top 25? You tripping.
He might go 20s. He might go 20, like 20, 21, 22. But I'm not. But there's other players, dog. Like there's other players. You gotta even go back to like 80s, 70s. I'm not counting those 60s, but just go from like 70s, like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at all the teams, niggas on the position, niggas who have multiple rings, like, and you got to think people of their era too, because like you say, James Harden is the greatest of his era.
Mm-hmm. So just hypothetically speaking, where's Paul Pierce at all time?
All time, maybe 40s.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going. He's 40s. I get in the 40s.
I feel you. So, Drew, what you think, man? You think if y'all in a position to do the trade, would you do it?
James Harden? I mean, you kind of have to go with that.
You gotta take what's on the table.
Yeah.
If Tyler Hero's on the table for the trade, you have to trade him.
Yeah, I mean that's you just have to do it. I mean, depending on what pieces they will want. But, I mean, the thing about it is everybody was saying, like, okay, you want James Harden? Give me Jimmy Butler. Give me Tyler Hero. Give me...
You're not going to do that, nah.
Bam.
Butler, they was talking about that?
Nah, that's literally what... That's all. That's what I'm saying. They're saying as far as if you want to take my franchise player, you want to take our superstar, simple as this, give me your best players. Best for best.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
And it's not. That's why James Harden stuck.
Mm-hmm. I also hear something about Milwaukee trying to make a play for him, but I feel like they'd have to give up too much.
They're going to have to give up Middleton. He got to go.
Yeah, he's going to have to go.
And that wouldn't. I don't think that would work with Bam. I mean, with
Giannis?
Yeah, I don't think that would work for him.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. If he was to go to the East, I like that Harden and Bam combo. I feel like there'd be a lot of good pick and
I
roll
honestly don't
situations
feel like.
out of that.
I feel like in this situation, the team don't got the leverage. You see what I'm saying? Is more, and as far as the season goes along, it's gonna be a situation where they're just gonna have to get what they can from him because he's not gonna play. So I don't feel like Miami got to really flip the board crazy with players to go get this nigga.
You'd have to give up probably, like we said. Tyler
I mean,
Hero
Hero is nice,
somebody
bro,
else.
but like, come on, dog.
They trying to make him like the focal point of this shit. Like, nah. But they're definitely gonna have to give up some draft picks. Definitely gonna, and that's one thing I can honestly say. What Miami does really good in the draft. So that, they'd have to definitely give that up. Of course, Tyler Hero probably have to give up another piece. I don't want them to give up Duncan Robinson because they give up all their shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna have to keep They're gonna have to at least try to keep Duncan Robinson. They probably have to throw Kendrick Nunn in there.
I feel like if you just give up Hero and Kendrick Nunn and some draft picks, bro, like
They'll probably get the job done.
yeah.
I don't think I'm telling you, bro. They're saying that they do not want scrubs. Like mostly people get draft picks and a few role players. Nah, they want a loaded package in order to get James Harden. Like that's the only way that they're going to take this man.
I've heard from Miami Hero. They said that Tyler Hero is not untouchable in this deal. That's what I'm saying. Like
he shouldn't. He like dog. No offense. Like,
do you think y'all get back to the
Go.
finals this year with the team you have right now?
Yeah.
So you're not worried about Brooklyn?
No.
Okay.
No. Because it still has to work.
Matter of fact, they played an exhibition game, preseason game tonight versus the Wizards.
I did see that.
It still has to work. Like the pieces are there, the names are there, all of that shit. But we've seen this time and time again. It might not work. And working with Kyrie, respectfully, sometimes shit just doesn't pan out.
Yeah, he's a different kind of nigga.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think, you gotta get through the stretch of the season, then you gotta hit the playoffs.
And then there's always going to be that stretch in the season where a team hits a little wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to see how they kind of maneuver through that shit.
I feel you. See. So where you got Dirk at?
Dirk's top 30.
I just want to know who filling out the 10 to 20. That's what I want to see. I just want to know who filling out. Like
you're gonna have to put like niggas like Tim Duncan in there. You're gonna have to put
Tim is top 10.
Yeah, Tim. I mean, but some people might view Tim. If you're talking about like at his position at the power forward position, somebody might put like, oh, I don't. To me, Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. But if you speak to like an old head nigga, he might say something different.
All right, so I'm gonna do this based off Bleacher Report's top 50 all time.
Okay.
So Rick Barry's 50, right?
That I don't know. Like Dirk's better.
Where you want
than
me to
him.
start at?
Dirk's better than
Where you
him.
want me to start at?
Start at the top 30. Dirk's better than
All right,
him.
let me get to 30. Because Reggie Miller's 43, Kawhi Leonard's 42, Paul Pierce is 41. You said 40s.
Yeah, I said my 40. Yeah, that's
all right, so 40 is Adrian Dantley.
I can. Paul Pierce is better than Adrian Dantley.
Bill Walton 39.
Bill Walton's a center. Anthony. I mean. Well, yeah. I'm trying to think. Hold on. You said Bill Walton. Well. Paul Pierce is better than Adrian Dantley. I'm gonna first say that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then you said Bill Walton,
Mm-hmm.
and okay,
So Patrick Ewing is 38.
there was some centers better. There's some centers better than Ewing right now.
Manu is 37. Russell Westbrook 36.
I got Manu over Russell.
Steve Nash 35.
I got Manu over Steve.
Kevin McHale 34.
That's real. I can see
Jason Kidd 33.
that. Okay.
Clyde Drexler 32.
All right, I can see that.
Dolph Shays 31. That
No.
must be a 50s nigga.
Yeah, 50s. Nigga.
30 is Bob Pettit. Another 50s.
50s nigga. He don't count.
All right, so John Stockton 29.
I can see that.
Chris Paul 28.
You can kind of flip those because neither of them got rings right now, so I can see that.
So James Harden 27.
Okay.
John Havlicek 26.
James Harden's definitely better than him.
Scottie Pippen 25.
James Harden's not better than Scotty.
Agree. Elgin Baylor 24.
I got Scotty over Elgin, but that's
Moses Malone 23.
definitely Moses Malone is one of the best players of all time.
22 Julius Irvin.
Yeah, honestly, me personally, I would put Moses over Julius.
Yeah.
But I know like a lot like niggas my dad age would probably try to kill me for this, but I got far even like I mean I don't know, man. That's kind of a toss. So
All
you
right.
can go either way.
So Dwayne Wade 21.
I can see that.
20 is Karl Malone.
I got Dwayne Wade over Karl Malone.
Charles Barkley 19.
I got Dwayne Wade over Charles
Facts.
Barkley.
All right. So Jerry West 18.
I got Dwayne Wade over Jerry West.
Dirk Nowitzki 17.
I got Dwayne Wade over Dirk.
Kevin Garnett 16.
I got Kevin Garnett. That's cool. I can say that.
All right. 15 Kevin Durant.
That's cool. I'll stay there.
All right. So then 14 Kobe.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Hakeem 13.
I got Kobe over Akeem.
David Robinson 12.
I got Kobe over David Robinson.
All right. Oscar Robertson 11.
Got Kobe over Oscar.
10 Steph Curry.
Wow. When was this? What year was this made?
This was September 2019.
They cap.
Yeah, super cap.
Okay.
And Kobe over that nigga.
9 Wilt Chamberlain.
I mean, I can go either way, but I'm gonna go
Bill
Kobe.
Russell 8.
Because that's the thing of like eras. Like I put Kobe over this nigga, but if you ask any other NBA person, they're gonna be like, no, Bill Russell. But
All right. So Tim Duncan 7.
I can see that.
Shaq 6.
Honestly, I mean, career wise, Duncan was better than Shaq.
Larry Bird 5.
I got Tim Duncan over Larry Bird.
Magic 4.
Of course, that stays.
Kareem 3.
That can stay.
2 LeBron.
That
1 MJ. All right. So as far as like the James Harden conversation, right?
Mhm.
So 21 was Dwayne Wade, right?
Yeah.
So 20 was Karl Malone. 19 was Charles Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
18 was Jerry West.
Mm-hmm.
17 Dirk. 16 was Kevin Garnett. 15 was KD. 14 was Kobe.
That's super low, dog. They can't believe they got Steph over Kobe right now, dog. That's
13
insane.
Hakeem.
I-
12 David Robinson.
That's insane.
And 11 Oscar Robertson.
That's insane.
they had the conversation, dog.
That's insane. That's insane.
So if he get one, he can't go up over any of those guys?
All right, so if he can get one over Oscar led. He was the first triple double nigga. So I don't know if he gets the nod over that. I don't know if he gets the nod over that.
I mean, Dwayne Wade, they had Harden 27 on that list.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I got him at right now. So that's why I'm saying if he was to win one, he does not catapult up into the top 10 to 20 if he gets one. He can't go over Karl Malone.
Yeah, he can go over them. He can go over Karl Malone. But when it gets to that point, when it gets to that point of Dwayne Wade, though, that's where it stops.
Nah, man.
I mean, that's cool.
You got Karl Malone over James Harden? That's not phasing in and out. I honestly, I'll put James Harden over Karl Malone. Karl Malone stat wise is crazy, but I mean, he ain't win shit neither.
John Stockton was what? 17?
Seven-
No, 23?
Yeah, because him and Chris Paul,
Yeah,
was over
him and Chris Paul. Yeah. Him and Chris Paul.
But that's kind of crazy. He got Chris Paul don't even got a finals appearance. Now I think about it. He don't even got a finals appearance.
That's what I'm saying. They in the same boat, but he's 4 spots higher than James.
Mhm.
He's 4 spots higher.
Man, if he gets that one, you'd have to me personally, you'd have to put him over. You'd have to put him over a Karl Malone. My personal opinion, you'd have to do that.
So you put him. If you put him, if he's 27 right now based off that list and he wins one, he can at least go 18 or 19.
Yeah, who would he be overlapping again? Because he's 27 right now. He'd be overlapping.
John, Chris Paul.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Dwayne Wade is at 21.
He wouldn't overlap Dwayne Wade.
All right, that's cool.
He wouldn't overlap Dwayne Wade. To me, Dwayne Wade is kind of low on that list.
I think Dwayne Wade should at least be
12 to 15.
Yeah.
12 to 15 at least.
But you got Kobe Bryant at 14.
That's blasphemous. And you have Steph Curry at 10.
That's what I'm saying. And that goes back to his impact as far as this era. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's got to be mostly off that because it can't just be off like strictly the accomplishments. Cause damn, dog, they got Steph Curry at 10.
I'm trying to tell you, dog, get nasty.
Yeah, I mean, not them NBA media outlets. I don't know what the fuck they be talking about, man. They be talking about some bullshit half the time.
But we'll definitely see how this shit play out, man. I mean, the Lakers repeating.
Yeah,
So
we getting it again. We getting it again. You know, I'm not worried about any. You know, the only thing that can beat us is injury. That's the only thing that can kill us is injury. But you catch any of the preseason games?
yeah, the Houston Rockets smacked our ass up.
Yeah.
We play
Hey, yo, man, what's up with y'all niggas starting Otto Porter?
niggas getting this money, man.
Y'all have to get rid
I
of
don't
this
like that
dog.
nigga, man. I hate that fucking nigga. I hate that fucking nigga, dog. Like, nah, dog, we not doing that, bro.
Man,
like,
I saw John Morant last night. Man, like, there's no drop off on dog or nothing. He's definitely about to be like the next great point guard. And I saw some of the rookies play last night. Anthony Edwards looked good for the little spots I saw. LaMelo, he made some good passes. He'll get there.
yeah, they defense just gotta get better.
Yeah, the LaMelo will get there. I'll say this: he one day he will lead the league in assists. I can see that in him. Offensively, he'll get there. He'll start to round out a little bit. But as far as like his passing and anything, he had like 10 rebounds last night.
Yeah,
So
10 and 4,
mm-hmm.
no points.
You know what I'm saying? But that's that's still good. Even contributing with no points, you still had that on your stat line. As a rookie. So I'm not knocking that. But I like Anthony Edwards' game a lot. He just tends to float around the 3-point line a lot. And he needs to be more aggressive, like, probably doing a little bit more backdoor cuts or probably doing like some curls to really get it and like get inside and, stick that mid-range jumper because he definitely got the ability to hit that. I just think sometimes he just floats around the 3-point line too much. But, he'll look good. The rookie from Toronto, they had like a late round first pick that looked pretty good last night too.
OG is looking better.
Yeah.
OG, yeah, he's
looking
definitely
good.
looking better.
Because I saw the Hawks play on Friday. The Hawks had looked pretty decent. They lost though, but they look pretty decent. LKC actually looks pretty decent too.
Who is a starting guard?
For who OKC?
Yeah.
It's Shea, and I forgot who else was starting. But they have some little rookie come off the bench who had like 20. He'll look pretty good out there too.
You think y'all could three-peat?
If the cards fall in our lap, yeah. If we just stay healthy, we could get a 3-peat off. We can get a 3-peat off if we stay healthy. AD sign is locked in. Bron's locked in. We got space. We got money. You know what I'm saying? We can bust this shit how we want to do it, and we could potentially get a big dog in Giannis. You know what I'm saying? If all the cards fall how they could fall, because I think
Giannis. Even back to that. When you mentioning the Bucks probably being interested with that shit can work, man. If they put that bullshit to the side, James Harden and Giannis,
yeah, it could work.
I definitely can see that.
It could
shit
be a lethal
working,
inside-outside combo, man.
Hell yeah, because you got to account for one of the two.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the game, Giannis won't be looked to be like a playmaker or some shit like that. You already have one, and that's really what the Bucks need is a playmaker.
And you damn sure want to run James Harden. You don't want him killing you from three. So even his mid-range games also, that's before even him being ball dominant. Mm-hmm. Like he had a huge who's a coach? McHale, was it McHale?
Yeah, Kevin McHale, yeah.
Yeah, like he was a big mid-range guy too. So like even in late games, you just gonna have to pick your poison. Because you're not gonna be able to pack the paint like how you want to.
Nah, because he'll stick to 3.
Yeah, he'll be killing it. But as far as back to the Lakers though, I think that definitely could be something very possible as to run off a 3-piece, especially with LeBron signing that extension.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
we got everything we need, man. We got everything we need to really run the table, especially this year. We look pretty good, and we look pretty good out there. We got Talon Horn Tucker look pretty good out there. So the young pieces, Kuzma from the last game I saw had looked pretty good out there too. So like we got the talent, man. We got the talent. Just as long as we don't have any injury we should be all right. As far as the team coming out the East, who we probably have to play against, if we play against Brooklyn, I'm not too worried.
Headlines, boy. Headlines.
I'm not worried. If we play against Brooklyn, I ain't worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They got a team, but I'm not worried about that because we got two.
I
of the
do
top
like
five.
they role players a lot. But I don't think it'll be enough front line.
Nah,
Because y'all
it's-
front court y'all didn't have no drop off. I mean, y'all lost White, but then you got Marcus All now. You got Trez. Then you lost Rondo, but you got Dennis Schroeder. So y'all reloaded, man.
We picked up.
Y'all picked up where you left off.
And then, like you said, man, that interior.
That interior is going to be crazy.
We shutting
With
down
Trez and Gasol?
We shutting down the boards, dog. Like we see, man, niggas don't really be seeing this shit, Mike. I see all of this shit. Like we're poised to go for another one, man. We're poised.
Yeah, I definitely got y'all winning back to back. I just wanted your thoughts on the three-peat.
The three-peat, I think, is very possible. Like I said, barring injury, the three-peat is very possible. And I even like, if we get that three-peat, that would be LeBron's last year. He'll be 38. You know, I don't know the way this nigga hooping now. Who knows? We might can get LeBron till he 41, 42. You know what I'm saying? And we just might start to see the drop off at the age of 40, but who knows, man? This shit could go for a while, especially if we, get another big name star there. We'll be running this shit we got the potential to go for like another 5 to 6 years. You know.
And then after LeBron retires, who you think you pair with Anthony Davis?
Shit, man. Giannis, man. Shit, if we could get some Giannis AD action, I'm with that. Trying to think who else probably could be out their contract situation around that time because there's a lot of niggas locked in for a second. So I don't know, man. But we definitely, if we could get Giannis, if we can get Giannis in the near future, then we just locked up the whole another 7, 8 years of being legit finals contenders. Because Giannis, like 24, something like that, 24, 25? Yeah, man, AD 30, man, we could run that shit for about another, 7 years. Like, the potential looking real scary right now. I don't think niggas really know what... LA is about to start getting back to being that destination where players want to go to. And for a point, we kind of fell off that, but I think now we're starting to get to that point where we are becoming...
For about a decade.
Yeah, for about a decade, yeah. People didn't want to fuck with us for about a decade, but for now... I mean, as of right now, we're starting to look like that attraction that was once was in the 80s, early 2000s. So,
yeah, I noticed every top of the decade, y'all had won a championship. So 2000, y'all won a championship. 2010, y'all won a championship. 2020, you won a championship. So y'all getting back to y'all roots, man.
Yeah, we getting to it, man. And I don't see, like I said, barring injury, I don't see us going down no time soon. And there's a lot of other great teams in the West. Like, you got your Dallases coming up. You got your Denvers coming up. You got your, I ain't really too worried about Utah. I'm mostly worried about Denver and Dallas because I know that is a destination that people would want to go to. Like, I could see Giannis easily going to Dallas to play with Luka. You know what I'm saying? I could easily see that. I could easily see Denver getting another good wing player, another good, swapping out Gary Harris with somebody else. And that could potentially pull them over. You know what I'm saying? If Portland stay healthy, they could potentially be a problem. But, I mean...
I still think the issues down low is going to be major for them. Yeah,
at the end of the day, the interior is what... And that's so crazy because it's like, if you think about basketball and how the game has changed to a three-point game, but if you really pay attention to it, perimeter defense, interior defense has always been mattered. There's always been the difference between a team winning and
especially
a team
late
not
in the
winning.
game. Late in the game,
you want to need that,
especially rebounding wise. So yeah, man, it'd be definitely interesting to see how this shit play out, man. I think my Bulls will just get to a point where, man, we just. You felt disrespected with that Zach LaVine ranking. Felt that was a little disrespectful. I did, but I saw it coming because they ranked them 50s last year. Oh, shit. And with us not making the playoffs, I saw them pretty much keeping him where he was at. But, I mean, even with the rankings, we didn't even get to talk about that. So, with the rankings, it's if for those who don't, we got some technical difficulties with Mo, so he won't be able to wrap the show up with us. But, I think this was more of an agenda-type list, man, this year, more than any other year I've seen. Because they had Luka top 4, fam. They got him right at 4. For a nigga who hasn't even gotten out the first round. Man, I feel like ranking shouldn't be based off of playoffs, but you moved AD up to 2, and that had to be off the street. And him winning the ring, he was 6 last year. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So how do you got Luka 4? You got him over Steph, Dame, Harden, and Joker.
For a nigga who has not made it, like, that's the second year.
And Kawhi. And he's over Kawhi.
I don't get this shit, dog. On your second year. Like, I mean, I would personally rank the nigga over, like, Ben Simmons.
Man, I got him like 14, 13, man.
Yeah, I got him like, around that era. Like, around that area.
I'm not going to play Luka like that, but 13, 14, I can't honestly say he's not better than Tatum.
Nah, and Tatum's putting way more work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. So my whole thing when it comes to Luka, where is he expected to do this year? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's gotta make it to like the second
and third or Western Conference.
Say, honestly, bro, it's gotta be Western Conference Finals. So? For a nigga to rank that high, bro, you gotta make the Western Conference Finals. You gotta make the Western Conference Finals.
How you feel about Zion being 19?
At that
point,
19
is crazy.
At that point,
they got him over Kyrie and Russ.
At that point, that's when you know, like you said, it's an agenda. It's political at that point. Once you see shit like that, you realize it's political. I get it. That's why I don't even trip off that shit no more. Like, I get it now. But the league is looking very good as far as the young stars, man. You got your niggas like, you got Luka, you got Tatum, you got Zion, you got John Morant.
I like Kobe White too.
Kobe White, Trae Young. The league is looking. Look, you got LaMelo Ball coming through. Like, the league is looking very good, and
it's gonna be in good hands for the next decade.
And I honestly think we might have to start having that discussion of like the NBA being the best league.
It might be. It might be.
I think the league. I think it's going to get to the point where they might surpass the NFL. A lot of people.
As far as viewership,
I think so. I think so. Viewership, popular. Because I mean, NFL is the most popular sport in America, but in the world, you know, it's soccer, and then I think it's basketball next. So,
okay.
I think slowly but surely, I think it's going to be a point where the NBA is going to be the most dominant sport inside the United States.
Got you. We'll definitely see though. Drew, I know y'all boys in playoff position, man. What you got today?
We got the Raiders today.
The Raiders? Oh yeah, that's a crucial game for both of y'all.
Yeah.
One team is gonna be like, we should have had lost this fucking game. I don't know what team is going to be.
Y'all gonna need that win
because the Raiders damn sure need it, and they damn sure need it.
Yeah.
So
who y'all play today?
We got the Broncos, but we kind of pretty much out of playoff position.
Man, you see how they doing, Cam?
I mean, the Rams is a good fucking team, man. And I feel like the way they had beat up on the Chargers, they couldn't have gone into that Rams game thinking it was going to be the same outcome. But
at all. You can't think that.
Yeah, I saw Doug Gottlieb talking about Cam should back up Lamar Jackson and shit. I'm like, bruh, we not doing that, dog. Yeah. Cam is still definitely a starter. He's definitely for sure. And in the right situation, he could be MVP caliber, bruh. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. You got to look at what he's working with in New England too. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it's just a fact. Then they defense, they had some players call out for COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want to play this season because of the COVID. So
it just seemed like my dog be getting like the bad of the raw and the stick, man.
You know that
a lot of times, and he don't be deserving that shit
at all, man.
I think if he was in Indy right now, Indy would probably be in a better situation.
Definitely would be in a better position because he'll have time to actually do what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think the offensive line in Boston is worth a damn this year. I mean, I think they're not happy of anything that's happening around there. But what they had, 8 players opt out at the beginning of the season?
Something like that, yeah.
It was a big number. So it is
mainly on defense.
And it's a big change, you know what I mean? But they did shut out a team, so you know, that you can't kind of use that angle when you shut out a whole team. 45 shit? What was that score?
45-0 on the Chargers.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's no excuse at the end of the day. But I mean, I pray for the best for Cam, man. I wanted him to come to Indy over Phillip Rivers. I mean, truth be told, but it just don't look good, man. It don't look good. But for the people who can't stand Patriots, it looks good for y'all. I understand.
Man, you been catching some college basketball?
Man, that shit look like it's going to be on some college football type shit where they're going to be canceling games and all type of shit. But I haven't been able to – I know Kentucky got their ass whomped yesterday.
Man, Duke been getting their ass whomped too, bro. Duke been getting whomped, bro.
Relax.
I be getting whomped for real.
Getting whomped, boy.
And y'all coaches making excuses. Roy ain't been making no excuses. I noticed that.
Whomped by Illinois,
All right.
dog.
I've seen all the shit on the timeline. I see all this shit.
Hey, that was your coach words, man.
Hey, listen, let me just say this shit. At the end of the day, it's fucking Coach K. He's the GOAT. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever he feels, whatever he says, I respect
getting
it.
that ass waxed some non-conference games.
Hey,
Niggas been getting
but
served.
no cap, bro. Like, for those young kids, those rookies that we have, they don't know what that shit feels like to play at home, like with no fans.
No fans,
yeah. And you see this shit like in college basketball more than we saw it in the bubble, of course, but to see this shit in these kids today with thriving with no fans and shit like that, like Duke's home games are crazy. Like you know that shit. It's known for that shit, but they don't get that. So them two L's, yes, there's no excuse for them shit. There was non-conference games and stuff that we lost, both of them. There's no excuse, but the young kids, man. I'm not taking nothing from this shit, bro. Like college basketball, whatever it turn out it is what it is. But I think we also opt out playing non-conference games also.
Yeah, basically y'all ain't gonna keep playing until it's ACC play.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Arizona?
Man, we all right. We got this little point guard who transferred from Georgetown, who's pretty good. They doing good, but I like the dude from Oklahoma State, Cade Cunningham. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember you told me about him.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. I like Jalen Suggs though from Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of like Derrick Rose, Jason Kidd type.
Okay.
You got people. I don't know if he's still hurt because he got hurt one game, but if you peep bro out, man, he gives me that kind of feel with how he plays.
I feel you. Yeah, man. So we definitely gonna see how this NBA season play out. That shit tip off on the 22nd.
Hell yeah.
Then you got Christmas Day games 3 days after that. So, like I said, I got the Lakers repeating. Ain't really gonna be no competition as far as that.
Nah,
but it'll be interesting to see like the KD. If we get a KD, Kyrie versus AD and Braun final, that'd be fire.
That storyline's crazy. Ayo, what you think about Paul George
getting his money?
Getting his bread.
I'm not mad at it, but he gonna have to deliver.
Dog.
He gonna have to deliver. He said it himself. I feel like I owe this organization a championship,
and he's locked in for 5 years.
Yeah.
But Kawhi,
and it might be leverage for them to even trade him.
Yeah. So the real question is who's about to take on this contract next?
They take on hella contracts.
They
so
took Russ contracts. So I
John
know
Walls,
I know somebody will take
Chris
it.
Paul's.
Yeah.
So
somebody will take it.
Yeah, somebody will take it. Somebody take it.
But
that's the big
question. To re-sign after that performance, though.
You gotta
deliver. But at the same time, though, I'm not even knocking bruh because it's like, damn, these niggas still willing to give me the bag after the shit I did.
So
like
he's capable, and it's not like Paul George don't have it in him. He just got to get it done.
But see, my thing is like,
just cut the talking.
If they lose and Kawhi leaves, because he hasn't re-signed yet. He's still on the contract where it's like
he's like a 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. So if Kawhi decides to
where
opt out,
go at though? Honestly,
I don't know. I mean, he's going to go to a contender. I mean, there's a lot of teams that of course they'll take his services. So I think if he do leave, he'll go back east. It wouldn't even surprise me if that nigga went back to Toronto. Honestly, but
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Clippers team that they have today. Like the current
they
team.
lost too much, man.
You think so?
I feel like they lost some important pieces.
I think I like the Ibaka pickup.
That was major. That was major.
I think cool. No ego, no crazy shit. The man comes in and does his job.
Yeah, but he lost Trez.
That's a big pickup. What's Luke Kennard?
Yeah, he's a shooter. He's a shooter.
I like.
They got Luke.
Yeah, they got him.
Mm-hmm. They lost Shamit. Yeah, so they picked up Luke. So okay.
They got Batum.
Yeah.
Man.
How it
bench.
He been starting.
Ain't even no guarantee that he gonna be making the threes off the bench.
Right. And they was starting though when he played against.
I like
us.
the identity, man. I like that piece. That's if he can perform like how we've seen throughout the years. Mm-hmm. Then it's a good piece for them.
I don't know if you're gonna get Portland Platoon though. I don't know if you're gonna get that.
I don't think so. Well, we don't know.
Yeah. It's true.
people get a breath of fresh air, man. But we're gonna see. I like the pieces that they picked up, man. I still don't think it matches up well with the Lakers. I mean the Lakers, and they're also in works of trying to get Paul Gasol out of retirement.
That's a nasty front, man. That's too much on the front line. It's too much on the front
Man,
line.
when the last time he played?
Shit, I think he
They
played on the
just trying
Spurs,
to get him
ain't
a
he?
ring, man.
I'm about to say he about to long no business. This motherfucker Tyson Chandler out this bitch.
Yeah. He just on there chilling. On some UD shit, Udonis Haslam shit.
Yeah, y'all definitely got UD again. Taking up a roster spot.
Yeah.
Chilling in the t-shirt and sweats.
You might as well just be a player development coach.
Yeah, bruh.
Man, that shit is so crazy.
That shit
bro.
crazy, ain't it?
Cause no cap. Because if you look at it, like Juwan Howard really just transferred like from
The Heat
Yeah,
to the coaching staff.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
he did.
quietly never retiring. Like,
Yeah.
this nigga
He just transitioned.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what Udonis need to do.
That,
Yeah.
No cap, bro. Like he truly just needs to continue to work his way into like the progression of the coaches of the bench versus the fucking players of the bench. But man, I don't know why we keep signing this nigga. I mean, respectfully, big up. He's an OG. I mean, his wisdom is great for young players coming in and shit. It's great to have that, but he's just holding a fucking roster spot, like you said, bro.
Y'all could have another piece on that team to go and help y'all out. But hey, man, it's that seniority role. Nigga got to get that.
But I love that about Miami though. Like
It's a great franchise.
100%, and they treat you like family. Like that's the biggest thing for me. I mean, it's huge, man. And even just going out to see the arena, I mean, it's dope, bro. Like Miami in general is just a beautiful place, man.
All right, that's what's up, man. So you got anything else before we get up out of here, man?
I think that's about it, man.
Yeah, for me, man.
Shout out to all y'all, as normal, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Shout out to all the supporters, people doing anything in the city. Shout out to everybody in Charleston holding it down. Shout out to everybody who's been holding it down all year through this virus. If you still got a roof over your head, salute to you.
Yeah, and
2021 around the corner, man. So let's just try to make the best of this shit.
yeah, man. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube though.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
For sure.
these guys definitely stay with some fly kicks. So instead of just hearing us audio, check us out. See these guys, man.
For sure.
Man, always appreciate y'all, man. So like we say every week, man, if you hear something on the show that get you in your feelings, you feel some type of way, always remember, we're just the messengers.